The major concerns about WeChat and TikTok are quite different. For TikTok, the major concerns are around the privacy issues and data harvesting, given that TikTok confirmed that the company have staff members in China have access to user data from America and Australia and other regions around the world. At the same time, for the privacy concerns around WeChat is also vital, given that the platform is heavily censored by the Chinese government and suppressing the freedom of speech on the platform as well.
So we understand, obviously, the Home Affairs Minister has ordered her department into investigating data harvesting by TikTok, as you mentioned. What do you know about the investigation and why now?
The investigation will go for a couple of months. Basically, the Home Affairs Minister, Claire O'Neill, confirms that by early next year, she would receive a report detailing the privacy issues around TikTok and WeChat and other social media platforms. Earlier this year, basically, the cybersecurity and intelligence firm Internet 2.0 had its report and handed it to the Australian authorities, detailed the privacy concerns around the social media platforms. And Australian Information Commissioner basically said those concerns are very important and they hope the government can do an investigation into it.
Of course, there are calls also from members of parliament to possibly ban TikTok and WeChat, these sort of social media apps, from being used in Australia. But is there an appetite for this, given WeChat and TikTok are such popular apps in Australia as well?
Calls about banning TikTok and WeChat in Australia and particularly in the United States have been going on for a long time. Our previous government under Scott Morrison has investigated into TikTok and WeChat as well. But at the same time, the TikTok platform and WeChat platform are very popular in this country. TikTok has more than 7 million users, and it is one of the most downloaded apps for this country. And at the same time, WeChat is really popular among the Chinese Australian communities, given that it's the only one social media platform that is available for them to speak to their families back in China.
Yeah, of course, that is one potential impact of a ban, but would there be impacts on relations with China?
Well, China has been talking about the United States calling for banning WeChat, and TikTok is particularly targeting Chinese companies and its operation in the state. And looking at the downturn of China and Australia relations, we could predict, particularly on this matter, given that those two technology platforms are the most important and the most popular platforms for China. And the operation of these two platforms are not only for the technology companies, but also running under the President Xi Jinping's call to build up China's confidence and ambition to move it into a cyber superpower. So a short answer for this would be potentially we will see some impact on China-Australia relations as well.
And then that begs the question, Bang, how should Australia deal with technologies that are linked to authoritarian countries moving forward?
This is a very hard question. Some cybersecurity experts argued that particularly because TikTok and WeChat are operating within China's Great Firewall, and China is absolutely an authoritarian country with an opaque system where we can't really find out how the government and the companies are using the user data and are storing the user data as well. But at the same time, some people think that because we are a democracy, we have our laws and legislature to actually put regulations onto those technology platforms. And looking at the spectrum of social media apps across around the world, we see Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and so many different platforms are actually sharing the same problem as well. So calls for regulating privacy issues and data collections on all social media platforms have been going on for a while, and some experts argue that that would be very important that we will use our law to regulate it instead of banning them.
Bang Xiao, really good to get your insights. Thanks very much.
Thank you for having me.